Okay, hi, I'm Ash, one of the functional skills tutors. This video is basically to show you how you can use your maths exam. This is the Pearson exam, this is a level 2. And when everybody does an exam, you essentially have two parts to it. So it comes with section A and section B. It's technically two exams, but just try and think of it as one. So when it starts, it will have your name, it will have your details, and you'll be ready to start. There's going to be a couple of tools that I'll be showing you down the bottom part of it to give you an idea of what you're looking at, but then we'll go from there. So we click Start Test. It will give you this information. Again, this is level 2. Section A is non-calculator, and section B is the kind of the rest of it, the calculator part. It gives you some things like take the value of pi to mean 3.14. There will be bits on this that will just tell you what a formula is and what it looks like, which is actually really, really great. So if on the day you're not sure, have a look at the instructions, it may tell you. So click Start Section, and instantly we've got a little timer that appears on the bottom there, okay? And then what we can do is we can just go through. Now there's a couple of other little tools that we've got as well. So if we look, we've got the timer, we've got a little pen tool, we've got a little protractor so we can see, and we can make this move around like that, and that'll be useful for in a bit, and then you just click off to make it go away. We've got this here so we can use a pencil and we can do that. We can flag a question if we want, and that means that we can, if we're looking at it and we're unsure, we can go back to it, okay, and it'll flag it up for us. And then we've also got, we can change the font size, we can make it a bit bigger, so we can move that slider about, we can change the font color, everything like that. And then this little man, it means that we can do this, okay, and we can change how the screen looks, we can zoom in, we can zoom out. So if you've got any issues, you can do all that. So all those tools are down there to help you. Here, this is where we're going to start doing our working out. Everything that you do on your exam, you need to make sure that you are demonstrating your working out. You need to show how you've done a question because that way you can get more marks. So this here, I've just clicked it with the left mouse click. I can drag that here, and what I can start doing is I can start putting in, so let's say I put 8 there because it's 5,460 divided by 8. I can then do 5, 4, 6, 0, okay? And then even if I get this completely wrong, if I just start doing something like this and I go, right, well, 8 into 5, can't do that, 8 into 54, I do my 8 times table, and I go, right, 8, 16, 24, 32, and I go up like that, I can then start putting in answers, right? So even if I put in 2, 3, 6, right, something like that, even if it's wrong, I'm still using this to demonstrate what I'm doing, and you can get marks for that. Click reset, it goes back. You should also have, when you do your exam, pen and paper to use as well. You can draw on there, that's okay, but I would strongly advise you to put some answers in this box just to demonstrate that you know what you're doing, because an examiner is not going to see what you've written down on your paper. So as we go through, we've got a few different questions. We have a look again. We've got the questions here. We can use this box, and then we type the answer in there as well. 3 marks. We're going to need to show some working out. Each question you go through, you click it, you click next when you're done, and then eventually at the end of the non-calculator section, you will come to a screen that says this. So ideally, you want all of these to be orange because you have attempted them. If you flagged anything up, if you click that flag on anything, it will have the flag on this here, and you can just click. If you think, right, I want to give number 3 a go again, just click on that. Takes you back to number 3, okay? The really important thing is when you click complete section, okay, check your timer. I've still got 21 minutes. But if you click complete section, it will say, are you sure you want to finish this section? Click yes if you're absolutely sure. But if you've still got some minutes left and you think, you know what, I can use that just to check that I did everything right, click no and go back. So I click yes, and then it takes me to the calculator section. This again works very, very similar, but you'll see that the calculator section is longer. Okay, there are more questions, there are more marks. So the vast majority of marks are in the calculator section. Okay, so if you were to think, what do I need to pass? You need about 60%. If you only pick up a few marks in the non-calculator because you can't do calculations in your head, you struggle with that, that's not the end of the world. Okay, if you get to the end of the non-calculator, the first section, and think that was difficult, that's okay, because now's your chance to pick up more marks. Okay, so again we go through, but there's a slight difference now. All right, I've got a calculator here. Boom, I pull up that calculator. I can drag it, I can move it around. You've got to click on each individual button. Okay, so 16 times 63, boom, right? I copy to working box, and then it appears there. That copy to working box works for everything. Okay, it works for absolutely everything. I click C, cancel to get rid of it all. And everything that I put in, 86 divided by 4, right? Let's do that. Boom, 21.5, copy to working box. It goes in there. Okay, and that is your working for the calculator section, and it works a lot quicker. Okay, so please make sure that you use this. Right, you could go through the exam showing you're working out, but maybe not entirely being sure of the answer. But if you put your working out and you followed the correct process, you will still pick up marks. Okay. So here, this question, it says F equals 15.3 times M over R, right? So I've got a formula. I'm just going to follow that formula, right? And I can highlight that and delete it. But what I can do is if I want to, I can just follow this, right? Look at the instructions. This is all process, okay? Follow the processes for your exams, okay? So again, calculator comes up, I can move it around, I can put it over here, so it's nice and easy to follow. You will have to click on the calculator on each individual question and move it around. That's just one of those things. If you've got a question that has, let me see if we've got one. Okay, so I've got one here with a line. Okay, show the line of best fit on the scatter diagram. Okay, so I've got this line of dots here. Okay, I've got this dots scatter graph. Drag the line to the grid. It's fairly straightforward. I click with my left mouse button. I drag it here, and I might do that. Something like that. There you go. I dragged it to the grid. Can move it about. There you go. Easy peasy. All right. And I go through, and I've got all these questions here. Got more formulas and things to work with. Fractions, all sorts of different stuff. Here I've got, I can use a ruler if I want to, so I can check this. So I can be like, right, so 84.4 meters, that looks like about 6.5 centimeters, 6.6 centimeters here. Makes life a lot easier. I can move that round, so I can line it up there. I can just measure that. Easy, right? I click it to make it go away. So you can use all of these tools down here. Then you get to the end. All of these should be orange because you've attempted them. And then you click complete test. And that is it. Done. That is how you use the exam. That is how you can make it work for you. Take your time. Use your pen and paper notes. Use the tools that are given to you. And fundamentally, keep an eye on that clock. If you're struggling with a question, move on. You can always come back to it later. And that's it.